going. We're nearing the end of the Thieves Guild storyline. We're almost to the end. I just came in here to get a bite to eat. Get a bite to eat. Oh, never mind. Not bad. I thought he was asleep. He normally is at this time of day. After I finish the Thieves Guild storyline, I'll be kind of quits after that because I gotta upload the videos. Plus, I got some chores I gotta do. Yay, chores! That's just so much fun.
Need a drink? You go to the beer bar. Stay out of the ragged flag. Stay out of the ragged.
Or maybe I should have gone through the back door. Instead of the front door.
You're here. This is the headquarters of the Nightingales, cut into the mountainside by the first of our kind. We've come to seek the edge we need to defeat Mercer Frey. If you'll follow me, I'll try to explain on the way. Gallus, Mercer Frey and I were once members of what's known as the Nightingale Trinity. The Trinity disbanded 25 years ago when Mercer Frey betrayed us by slaying Gallus and dumping his body in the ruins of Snowvale Sanctum. Indirectly, the Trinity is usually selected from the ranks of the Guild, although its existence is a closely guarded secret. The Nightingales protect the Temple of Nocturnal, a place known as the Twilight Sepulchre. She's the mistress of night and darkness, and the patron of every thief in Tamriel. Nocturnal isn't one for worship and reverence. There are no priests and no sermons, no services and no arms. She influences our luck, and in return, demands payment. We're closer to understanding it than realize. The only difference is she doesn't demand payment in the traditional sense, and sometimes the cost can be quite high. Whether you know it or not, Nocturnal dictates how well we perform as rogues. Again, you have to think differently. Haven't you ever noticed how our luck behaves? Like a novice picking an impossible lock, Nightingale's whim is the greatest mystery to everyone. There have been volumes written on the subject. Does she exact payment when we die? When we suffer? Does she revel in our misery? No one knows. The return certainly seems worth the risk, though. From the moment you were struck with my poisoned arrow at Snowvale Sanctum, my path changed its course. Perhaps I couldn't bring Mercer back alive, but together we were able to clear my name and to put Gallus' memory to rest. I'd always intended Mercer's fate to ultimately be decided by the Guild. It seems they have spoken. It's my hope that you will, yes. This way, please.
I'm just as puzzled as you, lass. Trust Carlia. Let's see what she's on about.
So this is Nightingale Hall. I heard about this place when I joined the Guild, but I never believed it existed.
The assumption that the Nightingales were just a myth was seeded within the Guild on purpose. It helped divert attention from our true nature. What's wrong with Elf? I can almost hear you growl thoroughly.
I'm trying to understand why I'm here, lass. I'm no priest. I'm certainly not religious. Why pick me?
This isn't about religion, it's business. This is Nightingale Hall. You're the first of the uninitiated to set foot inside in over a century. If you'll both proceed to the armory to don the Nightingale armor, we can begin the oath.
Man, this place is a dump. Could use some sprucing up. No, I like this Nightingale armor. It's really cool. So to increase your stamina by 40 points, increases frost resistance by 50%. This has got the muffle enchantment, which I spoke of before. Lockpicking is 25% easier. One-handed attacks do 25% more damage. Illusion spells cost 17% less to cast. Not to mention how awesome it looks. So it's just a second. It's equipped. Open the arrows. Get rid of the ship. That's what I should get rid of. There we go.
You ready for the oath?
I think we should trust the lass and take the deal.
All dressed in black and all bad ass.
This is enough to make your head spin, eh? Okay, lass. We've got these get-ups on. Now what?
Beyond this gate is the first step in becoming a Nightingale.
Mercer Frey, you can count me in.
What about you? Are you ready to transact the oath with Nocturnal? Good. After I open the gate, please stand on the western circle.
Actually, this is kind of silly. The other two don't have arrows to represent this. Arrows have. It's good to decide the circle to the left. Let's leave one.
I call upon you, Lady Nocturnal, Queen of Murk, and Empress of Shadow. Hear my voice.
Ah, Carlia. I was wondering when I'd hear from you again. Lose something, did we?
My lady, I've come before you to throw myself upon your mercy, and to accept responsibility for my failure.
You're already mine, Carlia. Your terms were struck long ago. What could you possibly offer me now?
I have two others that wish to transact the oath, to serve you both in life and in death.
You surprise me, Carlia. This offer is definitely weighted in my favor.
My appetite for Mercer's demise exceeds my craving for wealth and grace.
Revenge. How interesting. Very well. The conditions are acceptable. You may proceed.
Lady Nocturnal, we accept your terms. We dedicate ourselves to you as both your avengers and your sentinels. We will honor our agreement in this life and the next until the conditions have been met.
Very well. I name your initiates Nightingale, and I restore your status to the same, Carlisle. And in the future, I'd suggest you refrain from disappointing me again.
I suggest you talk to
Now that you've
Carlia.
transacted the oath,
She has some
it's time to
details
reveal the
about
final
yourself.
piece of the puzzle to you. Mercer's true crime.
He's done more?
Mercer was able to unlock the Guild's vault without two keys because of what he stole from the Twilight Sepulchre, the skeleton key. By doing this, he's compromised our ties to Nocturnal and, in essence, caused our luck to run dry.
So the key unlocks any door?
Well, yes, but the key isn't only restricted to physical barriers. All of us possess untapped abilities, the potential to wield great power securely sealed within our minds. Once you realize the key can access these traits, potential becomes limitless.
Okay. Sounds like nobody should possess it.
Good. Then you understand why this is about more than just Mercer's lust for power. If the key isn't returned to its lock in the Twilight Sepulchre, things will never be the same for the Guild. As time passed, our luck would diminish to the point of non-existence, and whether you know it or not, our uncanny luck defines our trade.
First time I ever set out to return something.
Very true. In our line of work, it's quite rare we set out to return a stolen item to its rightful owner. Before we depart, Brynjolf has some business to discuss. I suggest you listen to him.
Listen, lass. There's one last piece of business we need to settle before we go after Mercer. The leadership of the Guild.
Why tell me?
Carlia and I had a long discussion before you arrived here. Thanks to your efforts, Mercer's treachery has been exposed. After we deal with him, all that remains is restoring the Guild to its full strength. As a result, We both feel that you have the potential of replacing Mercer as leader of the Thieves Guild.
Wait, me? What about you? I mean, you were picked as Mercer's right-hand man for a reason. I mean, a lot of the members of the guild look up to you as guide for guidance, so why not you?
I've been at this game a long time, my friend. A long time. I've stolen trinkets from nobles and framed priests for murder. I'm good at what I do, maybe even one of the best, but it's all I know. I've never been one to lead, never desired it, never cared for it, don't want it.
I honestly don't know what to say.
Well, we have a bit of an errand to run before your coronation, so don't get sentimental on me now. Then it's decided. When this is all over and Delvin's contacts assure me that we've regained our footing in Skyrim, we'll handle the details. Until then, we have quite the task ahead. I've been poring over the plans you brought us, and I'm convinced the eyes of the Falmer are in the dwarven ruins at Erkenthand. Carlia and I will meet you there. Prepare yourself, lass. This will be a fight to remember. If you would have asked me that yesterday, I'd have said no, but now I think our chances have improved. Look, call me crazy if you like, but I trust Carlia. I don't think she'd lead us down a suicidal path. Besides, I'd rather die with some of Mercer's blood on my blade than spend the rest of my life regretting that I ran the other way. Aye, and some of what Carlia said is starting to make sense. Mercer may have damaged our reputation and raided our coffers, but this goes well beyond even his twisted form of larceny. Old Delvin kept calling it a curse, and we all laughed at him. Looks like the joke's on us.
The Vex also said that it was pure bad luck. So I guess in a way, both Vex and Devon were right. It was a curse, but at the same time, it's also bad luck. Alright, before I head out, I'm gonna look around. And this place is a dome. I can't imagine anyone that lived here. But this is probably what the training room was. Judging by the dummies. This is like a bedroom. That's supposed to be a skill book, but obviously I read it already. Make this dump your own?